Hey guys, it's Chris at Highline Guitars, and it's time for a Luthier's Quick Tip. If you'd like to help support this channel, visit eguitarplans.com and buy a plan. Now on with the video. All right guys, in this episode of Luthier Quick Tips, I'm going to show you how to make your own felt polishing pad for a Dremel. So let's jump in and get started. Now you're probably wondering, why bother to even make one of these polishing wheels when you can buy them in bulk on the internet? Well, obviously you have to place the order, you got to wait for it to ship, and then when you get it, you have to hope that it's going to be the right diameter, the right thickness, and the right density. And you won't know until you get it. And if you're in a hurry to get some work done, your other alternative would be to run over to your local hardware store and hope that they have the wheels that you need in stock, which oftentimes I found they don't. So they're a popular item, and so if they're out of stock, then you're kind of out of luck. Well, I mentioned this once before, and a viewer of mine on my channel had a suggestion. This isn't something I came up with myself, but he suggested this idea, and I've given it a try, and it actually works. So what it involves is using these floor protector furniture pads. These are felt pads that they're adhesive backed, and you stick them onto the legs of your furniture and they protect the floor. Well, they also make great buffing wheels, and it's really easy to do. What you will need is a Dremel 1/8 inch shaft mandrel. This is the Dremel model 402 mandrel, and it has a screw at the top which will hold the polishing discs. And they also make one called the 401, which just has a threaded end that you can thread it onto, but I find that these are a little less reliable. The 402s are much better. But to make it is really simple. You just take a couple of the discs and then you peel off the back that covers the adhesive, and you do that to both. And then what you're going to do is simply stick the two together, and then you get this nice thick buffing wheel basically. And then what you need to do is drill a hole roughly in the center. I just eyeball it. And drill it through. Now the screw is barely going to get through there, but once we start to tighten it down, it will fit fine. So I'll just push it through and then get it started on the threads in the shaft. And then I will use a screwdriver, tighten it down. And then you have basically the rough shape of the buffing pad that you need, or polishing pad. Then I'm going to take my Dremel and I'll take a piece of this is 100 grit coarse sandpaper. And then I'm just going to turn on the buffer and then touch it to this, and that's going to help get it perfectly round. And so there, an easy to make and super cheap polishing wheel. And you can get all different sizes, from these really big discs to medium size to much smaller size. So pretty much for whatever occasion you're going to need for polishing.